The AMC Pacer is the car you buy when the local aquarium won't let you live in their tanks, so you have to settle for the next best thing.
Pacer, Pacer, it's time to drive AMC Pacer.
This is the car for the overaged hipster who's so unironically ashamed at the thought of being like everyone else that he rejects the Volvo 240 in favor of George Jetson's Weekend Warrior. This particular Pacer, assembled from the corpses of 5 of its destroyed brothers to form one complete car, has been dressed up to mimic the one seen in both the Wayne's World films. Do people even still remember Wayne's World? While most of the modern millennial masses misunderstand Mike Myers as being the guy from Shrek and nothing more, older generations have fond memories of him appearing on their televisions every Saturday night, often playing the goofy and lovable Illinois native Wayne Campbell, with his sidekick, Garth Algar, portrayed by the where is he now, I don't know, probably dead, Dana Carvey. The success and popularity of the SNL sketches paved way for 2 feature-length films, still regarded by many as the best work of this comedic duo. This particular Pacer, a 1976 model, just like in the films, is one of the more interesting movie cars I've been in. You don't get the crowds like you do in a DeLorean, and you don't get the questions you'd expect while driving a Batmobile, but you do get a lot of attention. I have never heard so many middle-aged men yell, "Party on!" in my life as I did when inside of this car. It exudes a certain cultural essence not found in today's automotive market. People appreciate this car for what it represents, but more importantly, for what it is. So what is the AMC Pacer? You see, back in the 1970s, American cars were all competing to be the biggest, fastest, loudest machines that could be squeezed out of the depths of Detroit's brown bowels. It was American exceptionalism to the T. But then, you have the Pacer. This car was the antithesis to the uniformity seen coming from the big 3 at the time. A small car capable of long-distance travel, without the roar of a huge V8 under the hood, though there was a V8 option. This particular model sports the 3.8-liter straight 6, making horsepower and pushing out feet of torque, which would be impressive on a car this small if it didn't weigh close to 3,500 pounds. Yeah, you heard that right. This thing weighs as much as a modern Subaru Outback, but with more steering input required than a shipping barge. All that aside, it's surprisingly comfortable. The seats look like they belong in a Bluebird school bus, and like they should inflict you with heat rash. Like the time you decided to wear shorts on the way back from Tri-County Band Fair, but they don't. The cheap vinyl is surprisingly soft and inviting, not unlike the touch of a joke that I won't make in this video. The carpet, a shag serviette, whisking up any whirs or worries that may wander from the road. For a car as small as this, the interior is incredibly spacious. Even shifting into the back seats allows for plenty of legroom and headspace, a comfort rarely given to a guy of my stature. Every piece of this car feels like it was built to serve the sole utilitarian role of moving you down the road in moderate comfort. You can see everything out of the back with this monolithic rear view mirror and bulging rear quarters. Even when parked, this car is cozy. Every bit of the interior lays flat, allowing for more room to slide under the sheets than the girl you met at band camp after she tells you about her daddy issues. So, what place does the Pacer have in the modern automotive world? Unfortunately, next to none. You see, it's a little too old to be considered a platform for the tuner culture, and it has a bit too much glass to ever be considered safe when rallying. Can you imagine taping X's over that hatch? It's also a bit too weird and nonconformist to fit into the realm of classic car collecting. Sure, there are AMC enthusiasts who would go bonkers over this car, but it's not as common as collecting for the big 3. Being too different is a double-edged sword. Because this flying fishbowl dared to be different, it took the risk of becoming a forgotten relic of its time, and unfortunately, as the hourglass flows and the sands slowly bury us in obsolescence, we're slowly realizing that cars like this will not be remembered in the capacity that they should, and we'll all be stuck hearing about "my small block" at every Cars and Coffee.
So you think you can buy me and go for a drive? So you think you can crash me and you'll just survive? Oh, Pacer, rope to bone in my Pacer. Just whip it out, just gotta whip it out right here.
Hey Brian, ST185. When I'm done restoring it, come review it.